So when Toby gets it, I like that representation of it before he starts singing and dancing. Whereas in this one, it's all of a sudden like, hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
Like,
Fat Albert.
Fat Albert.
Fat Albert.
Fat Albert.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm
man.
right here. Feed me, motherfucker. You know, it's just...
Yeah, beat me up, Scotty. Mr. Tommy Wong looking for a new hottie. Wanna ride shot it while she gone off the molly. And best believe she just trying to kick it like a holly. Tommy Wong, I'm Kennedy, killing them every minute. They say when they talk, you finish it. I don't care what they heard, cause you know their soul is diminishing. When I come around, I start spitting and straight replenishing. Anything I'm doing, you know they feeling the differences. What I be doing, killing this microphone every instance. T.O. double, man, they run in trouble. I told you before, AL, I'll bring the bass, I'ma bring the trouble.
Podcast and stuff. We're back.
Do you want to say it? Do you want to say it? Do you want? You ready?
We're back.
You ready?
Yeah.
Podcast and stuff part 2, baby. Yeah, man.
We're back from the movies.
We back from this
From
fucking
the movie.
greatness that was
Robert
Venom.
is sleepy as fuck.
Who wants to say
Got that
some
big
more?
ass
Because you
pizza
don't
in me.
help that
Yo,
you laying.
first
down.
off-
Did you eat it all?
Yeah, I ate that pizza.
Let me
shit.
just start off by saying how amazed I was at the amount of food that Abe put down.
Oh shit!
During
Dude,
that
but I
movie.
saw two. I mean, he let us know, but I was like, no. I was like, I get it. It's fucking, you know,
Yeah.
the whatever Alamo Draft House. Like,
Yeah.
you people eat here, and then I turn around, he's got 2 milkshakes. I was like, oh shit!
That's why I
crazy.
look how I look. You know what I mean? Like,
2
You're
milkshakes,
fit
a
as fuck,
pizza,
you're
fries. And he ordered them all at once. He didn't even like spread it
Yeah,
out.
I
He
got
was
2.
just
I
like-
got coffee.
And then he was upset they didn't bring him his water. He's like
I
looking at
was,
my
yeah.
water. It's like,
and
you
then
want my water?
I didn't drink it because I don't know, man. She didn't put a straw in it, and then like she was nice at the end, but I don't know. She gave me this look. I was like, this motherfucker peed in that shit.
Oh god!
Like it's like some
Get outta
raw
here.
water. So I was like, fuck this. So I just left it raw.
She was just like, I couldn't believe you ordered like half the menu like before a movie had even started. And you're like,
No, yeah, you
2
were like
milkshakes,
really
pizza,
Yeah, I had to, like,
writing
fries.
the fucking.
I had
like,
to
resume
reaffirm
on
to
that.
her, like I had to reaffirm to her because he was like, "So which milkshake is yours?" I'm like, "They're both mine." She's like, "Both?" Like, "Yeah, you sure?" I'm like, "Yes," and she's like, "That's great because they're good. They're really good." And I'm like, "I know, I'm addicted
Dude,
to that."
he
shit.
made me want to get a milkshake. But I was like, nah. In
She
fact,
had-
on the way back, we'll go get like a Whataburger milkshake or P. Terry's or something. Cause
How? Look, what? No, the drop in quality. Hold on. Draft House milkshake is good. The Whataburger milk. It's like a limbo line. It's like Neo doing the Matrix or something. Like
falling.
It shit is
Trinity
trash.
falling out the window.
He ordered so much food at once that she had to step off to the side to put the order
That's
in.
true.
She,
yeah.
She was just
Tomas
like,
was like, dude, like,
I was like,
is she not
I thought
gonna
she
get me?
forgot about me. I thought she forgot about my order. He's
I had
like,
to, like-
no, she's gonna get. She just had to step out off to the
Also, I want to
side.
say I took one for the team sitting next to the dude, like the big dude that smelled. I just want to say
Did he
that.
smell
Did he
that?
smell?
Yeah, he
Oh,
smelled a little
dude,
bit.
I'm
He
sorry,
smelled-
dude.
And he was like, but he was wide. And like when we were walking up, I was like, oh my god. And I was like, I'm the smallest dude with the the least wide shoulders. I'm gonna take it. I'll take that for the team. He was like man
Didn't even
spreading
expect
all
it.
over the like.
Oh
Damn.
man,
Yeah, it
man
was all
spreading. Is that what
crazy.
they call it?
Huh?
When he's got his hands.
Yeah,
over
well,
both?
and then I was like, man, this guy probably. I mean, you could tell he was into like comic book movies and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, he probably can't help this shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's
So
here.
I'm not gonna be a dick about it and be like, hey, about texting and shit. What about smelling and being big? Like,
It's not enough, dude. This ain't Southwest Airlines.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
you gotta buy 2 tickets. and
that's
shit.
because they have the traditional Draft House theater, yo. Because that's why I was like, yo, this is old school. Because the ones in San Antonio, they changed the whole chairs
Yes,
now.
they got those leaning
Yeah.
back chairs and shit.
Yeah, they got. Well, it's not leaning back yet, but they're really sexy and comfy.
Yeah, they have those up north.
But they
North
have the
Austin.
weird 2-table system. So it's like me and you, if we don't know each other, like we're sharing the same table though.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. So at least
Well,
you didn't have to do that.
it's kind of like in Wall-E, when like everybody's
Wall-E?
in those weird seats and they're just like
Yeah,
they're in
yeah,
that big ship.
Gluttonous.
It's
ever?
kind of like we're heading towards that because like the old school seats were smaller because people were smaller. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? And like now
Fair
it's
enough.
like, oh, now we need like couches and shit.
But yeah,
now
but
you can
now-
do everything from your phone, Favor, Instacart, everything just comes.
Now
to
the
you.
the newer ones though, beyond the Draft House, like the Draft House, I haven't seen in a Draft House yet, but like AMC and all these other theaters do have these reclining ones
Yeah.
where you're just like that, and you order food like Draft House, and I'm like,
Well,
the
the
fuck
AMC has
is
food
this?
too.
I don't
It's
know
not
which
as
one's
good,
here.
probably.
But yeah, no, they're all doing it now. They're all doing like food shit ripoffs and stuff like a Draft House because it's too popular and people want to eat, you know? But
yeah, that was what made Draft House like even possible. I remember when they like you can get food in your fucking house. Like what?
Yeah,
that was like
it was a big deal. It was a big deal. Yeah.
All right,
man.
so Venom.
That's how good this movie was. We talked about Draft House first.
Before we even say anything about the movie, on a scale of 1 to 10.
All right, let's go around the room.
I'll start to ask the question. I'm gonna go with a 6.5.
I mean, what's the scale? 10?
Yeah.
Say 12.
12.
So good. I guess.
Rob really liked the movie.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, no.
He put it up there with Interstellar.
It was a small escape from the smell of the dude. No, I don't know. It kind of reminded me of such classics.
It reminded you Con Air. We were talking about.
Yeah.
It's up there with Con Air.
Right. I think it's. I don't know, man. Maybe like a. Yeah, 6 is probably about the right 6.5 is.
Abe's where it's at. Because
it's not like shitty, and it's not like just plain Jane.
Yeah.
But it didn't like.
I knew it.
Blow any minds, you know what I mean? And like it seemed like they wrapped up the plot real quick. Yeah. In like 20
I was very
minutes.
angry when I predicted some stuff. I was like, man, this is.
All right, what about you, Abe? What's your?
So I've never been a ratings guy. Like that shit's really hard to do. Like I mean, I can make up a number, but it wouldn't be
meditation,
true.
Man. Go for it.
That's why. That's because of the meditation. There is no such thing as good or bad. Right?
Oh, there you go.
But
yeah, right. He just said that movie was fucking ass and trash before.
Yes and no, it's not. It's
I mean, I'd say ass and trash is definitely.
I wouldn't
below
be surprised.
5.
I wouldn't be surprised if I liked it more than you guys, because I thought it was a good like normal. It was the same thing. You predicted some stuff. I was like, Rob was right. There is a love interest because I don't care about that. You know.
Yeah.
So I didn't even see any of that in the trailer. But I was like, damn.
I was surprised he didn't have to save her.
Yeah,
you know, that was
she saved him because it's 2018.
Right, that's true.
But I mean,
me too.
Spoiler alert.
Time's up.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah,
he didn't have to save her.
No, okay. So you're right. All right. So yeah, anybody hearing this, yeah, tons of spoilers, yo. So if you're hearing now, you're a fucking idiot. All right. Yeah. But I mean,
spoiler alerts on this whole podcast. What are you doing, dude?
I was pulling up stuff so I could show you, and when I get angry and start shitting on stuff.
Oh, okay.
He's pulling up his.
I thought you were pulling up notes
his
from
fact check.
No, I was just gonna show you like pictures and shit. It's like, like we saw this, so like, where was that in the movie? But yeah, I don't know. I can just what's a good number? Like, if I have to pick one, I don't know, like 7, I guess.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
I don't like numbers, so I'm just picking one just because you're making me pick one. Yeah, well, numbers for ratings. I just do like good or bad.
I'm just surprised you picked
so like
a
if
number
I had to pick on
us.
because it's
there's a spectrum. It's
I
not
hate
just
it
black and white.
because I don't like it as. Is it a good Venom movie? No, then we are going to negative movies with numbers. You know, then we're going like negative 85. You know what I mean? But like, is it a movie to like put on Netflix or put on a website home for free?
Right, while you're cleaning up and shit.
Yeah, exactly. If I get to do something else while this movie is on, then
but if you got the rules that I got to turn my phone off.
Oh, no, this is like horrible.
Then you gotta sit through the whole credits just so you can watch that second clip. Which, by the way. Yo, that shit was rough, man. They played like 3 entire soundtrack songs.
Dude,
at the very end, they did the credits for the songs. I was like, we heard 4 of those during the whole credit. They got a 5.
You see, I saw like there's something. It was what was it? It was Rig Grip Gang Boss. They're crediting the Rig Grip Gang Boss. I was like, holy shit! I was like reading all the.
Well, that guy who was holding guns, like he's real. He's real.
Yeah, he's a gang boss.
Yeah, so like they had to pay him a fee to film in San Francisco.
Right. No, dude, that was really rough. Like, I didn't want to see I was like, I got up real quick, and then he's like, no, there's a whole other thing. Yeah. And he was trying to talk to me, but I can't hear him. So I'm like, no, we're literally by ourselves. This moment, man. You just gotta. This is like the war. You just endure it. You know?
Yo, like, all right. So look, the main problem with this
endure the war.
And I said it before, right? It looks like some Hollywood shit, like they would have done before Marvel made movies. Yo, the ending credit. Is perfect example of that Hollywood shit. You got Woody Harrelson there talking
dude, that was
about
horrible.
There will be carnage. I'm like, are you kidding? What?
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's like, dude, we already know who the fuck you are. Like, why do you gotta say it?
That hair is bad. Like, who okayed that?
Dude,
like, he looks like Carrot Top.
I think fucking Woody Harrelson Carnage is probably gonna be retarded. Or damn it, I keep.
It could be good. It could be good, but I mean, like that. It looks. You know what? I bet you it could be good if it was like a completely different movie with a completely different company doing it and a completely different writers and everything was different.
Man,
but that looks like some Hollywood shit.
That casting is horrible. Like why don't you just get a young dude? You know what I mean? Or a younger guy, someone in their 30s that looks fucking crazy. Some new dude, you know?
Well, they're aiming for something else because Tom Hardy ain't exactly young either. Like they're
no,
I'm
not talking about Tom Hardy. I'm talking about Tom Hardy's,
but I'm saying he's not exactly young either.
Actor.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Woody Harrelson is this actor doesn't look. I mean, Tom Hardy's got like chops. Like that motherfucker can act. You know what I mean? I'm not saying. I'm saying I've heard Woody Harrelson with that accent in every movie for the last 20 years, and that's because he's making up that accent. It's not even his real fucking voice. And he's just like, some weird ass fucking southern accent.
That is quite the jump from, White Man Can't Jump or whatever. Yeah. That's a pretty big leap. I don't think we saw that one coming whenever he made that movie.
Right.
R.I.P. Wesley Snipes.
When I get out of here, there'll be carnage. Just like, dude, I'm not scared of you, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't...
He didn't come off as very scary at the end.
Is he supposed to already be infected in that scene?
Probably not.
I mean, and to me, I was thinking, because... I mean, to have him say such cringeworthy stuff.
He also
right? Like he has to be Carnage already. Otherwise, he's just obsessed with the word already. Like before getting it.
So, how many of those things are there? There's 6 of them total in the comics.
In the movie, there's 3. In the comics, you can go forever because there's a planet.
Right. But I mean, in the comics, there's not. I thought there was like 6 main ones.
I feel like there's like 6 in the beginning, but then later, once you get the planets, it's like
they never want to stop. There's a whole planet of these movies.
Yeah. But look. I mean,
the part to me that made it real difficult, spoiler alert, is how fucking Venom all of a sudden's like, I want to stay.
Yeah, I'm a loser.
It just felt like very comic-y. Yeah.
But dude, the comic books.
This is the one like I'm way more familiar with
menacing.
That riot with like Purple Riot than I am with whatever the fuck we got in there, you know?
Oh, okay.
Did they say his name?
So Riot is another symbiote?
Yeah, he is.
I don't remember them saying his name in the movie.
Yeah, it's Riot. But I mean, like, I knew that was gonna happen, like, from the trailer. Like, yeah, of course, like, Elon Musk is gonna get
I knew Elon Musk was gonna be in something, and that would have been a surprise at some point.
You were sitting next to me, like, 10 minutes in, I was like, they're just doing Elon Musk.
Yeah.
They're just doing I was like, we cannot get away from the Elon Musk in our lives.
Every time we hang out, it's Elon Musk.
That's all we talk about, dude. We don't even like Elon. like, and I just end up defending him and shit. Those are a lot of the original ones. When that girl had the outfit, I actually thought they were going to do the girl.
Yeah, I thought she was going to go back and find a symbiote or something.
Yeah, because that third one disappears, but I guess that third one's going to be Carnage.
Which third one?
There's the one that kills the woman, the doctor that gets Eddie Brock.
No, it died.
You're saying the symbiote itself died?
Yeah, because you see her how she was there, and then there's something all jacked up next to her.
But they showed that like before for the Venom ones too. Like when Venom was killing other hosts in the plant. That's why.
No, because what happened was they showed her, and then they showed like that mess, and then they said he was saying who was here. Remember? He's like, you were here, insinuating like you didn't let it take you. Because he was like, why would you let this thing die? Like that. I thought that's what he was all upset about, right?
I mean, I
forget what wording he said, but it was very like oh.
I thought he was angry that he got that they got escaped, but you might be right. I mean, and I don't care enough about the movie to argue about it. That's one, like I don't really care about the movie, like that, like I don't like it or I hate it. Like, I could talk so much shit. I can talk right now about Batman vs Superman for an hour because it's so bad. There's something, but it's like this ain't even like good bad. It's like if you're gonna be like atrocious, you gotta give me some like other interpretation. But this is the same Hollywood movie I've seen, and like this is what I'm saying.
Might as well. It's a generic plot.
Yeah, like
loser guy gets big power.
Yeah, this was Goop Man,
and then shows Goop.
Yeah,
honestly,
and then shows ex-girlfriend. He's not a loser, but he loses everything. I don't know.
I felt kind of hooked with it until Venom made his first appearance. Like when he's at home and he's looking in the mirror and he notices Venom's there, and he's like starting to talk to himself and you hear the voice for the first time. At first I was like,
the voices was so dialogue cheesy. Was goofy, dude.
It was so goofy and cheesy, and I was like, what? Like, this dude's supposed to be like mad evil.
I like how he sounds,
he's like kind of dumb. He's like a brute, you know. He's just,
I like how he sounds.
At the end of the movie, he's like a really smart puppy or something.
Yeah. For no reason.
How can I tell me? But like, was like bad guy or whatever.
You changed me, but like, why? What caused this change? Like, all you did was run away from people the whole movie. Like, all you did.
Yeah, and then Demas pointed out like Venom being like good all of a sudden. That was like
there's no reason. This is what I'm saying. There's no reason. This is what I'm saying. Like about being true to the spirit of the character.
Yeah. Now,
how many scenes of Venom did we get of that?
We didn't get any of these.
Yes, I know. Ignore Spider-Man in that.
Is that a fucking sword?
No, it's them web swinging. How many scenes of Venom? Yes, not once. This is what I'm saying.
He
like
looks fucking huge in that shit.
Oh yeah, he's fucking Venom. But they made Riot look almost exactly the same. My favorite Hollywood standard, nighttime fighting, so that everything blends with each other. Like the symbiote fight at the end is just dumb. It is. It
was a little hard to follow.
It's just this, and because you know why it's hard to follow? Because if we put everything at night, we don't actually have to try. Like, look, I don't know the budgets of these things. But Marvel made a whole entire 4-hour movie, because if you count both Avengers and then the movie we're getting next year, 4 hours of this fucking big, purple, Josh Brolin ass motherfucker, and now we're getting young Sam Jack. Like, what are you guys just buying like dick computers? like there's something out there that makes these things look good. Right. You know what I mean? Like, I just found out that, because my friend's hardcore about this, I just found out that every Marvel action scene is green screen. Like, so that airport scene and so forth, all of that is green screen. Now that I know, now that I'm to look for it, I can see it now. But I'm like the whole thing, I'm like, that's fucked up.
That's crazy.
They're paranoid to have action sequences not be enclosed, because then the leaks happen. So they do them all green screen enclosed just for secrecy, not even because it's better, you know?
Wow. Okay.
But every action sequence, you know, from the obvious ones like being on Thanos' planet to like New York, you know, they're all like green screen. So I'm like, man, that's fucked up.
Well, and
but yeah, like where the fuck was that guy? You know what I mean? Like,
what about comparing Venoms? Did you guys like this Venom better than the Spider-Man Venom?
No,
Spider-Man they both trash. Don't even do that.
Well, you're talking about from the movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Spider-Man Venom was horrible. Like, that was more like a mixture of Venom and Carnage. Like, it didn't have the menacing size and like the, you know what I mean?
Sure.
It was just
you only had 20 minutes. You don't even get to connect with him.
It was just another Spider-Man.
But I do like that with that Venom. It's more of like what I did like about the Spider-Man one is like whenever Venom becomes one with him, it's like he doesn't even realize that Venom's in him. He just becomes this darker person, and his character starts to develop into this person who doesn't give a fuck, and he's like a womanizer and all this shit. And sure, he plays piano and dances on a table and sings or whatever. But
you're talking about Toby? Yeah, Toby's. I thought you meant like when Eddie gets it.
No, Toby.
I thought you were talking about Eddie.
Yeah. No. And then so when Toby gets it, I like that representation of it before he starts singing and dancing. Whereas in this one, it's all of a sudden like, hey.
Yeah.
Like,
Fat Albert.
Fat Albert.
Hey, I'm right here. Feed me, motherfucker. No, it's just...
Yeah, it was Seymour from it was Feed Me Seymour. It was
the plant movie with Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, it made me appreciate the Spider-Man 3 one just a little more. I was like, man, I mean, that transition was almost better. Because once Venom started talking, I was like, this motherfucker.
I don't remember that Eddie Brock, like why he's mad at Spider-Man Peter Parker, but like
because he blamed him for losing his job.
Well, see, that's good because at least that one has the right motivation and that they both have a reason to be angry. The symbiote is angry.
Dude, everybody.
No, the movie's trash. Let's not get it twisted.
Every one of those Spider-Man movies, every villain hated Spider-Man because they wrongly thought. They attributed something to it. It was like, you killed my dad, you took my job, you this, you that. And it was like...
Well, Green Goblin was just doing that shit regardless. Then they find out at the end and he's like, come join me, you know, that type of villain.
Okay.
And then Doc Ock, he might have
Green
again...
Green Goblin, was that... Who played that?
Green
William
Goblin.
Dafoe. William Dafoe.
Yeah,
okay. William Dafoe.
And so what was
Doc Ock? I think is
his
similar.
son was Green Goblin also, or Hobgoblin?
His son is in the third. Well, his son is all of them, but his son is Green Goblin in the third, and
and that's why he wants to go after after Spider-Man, right? Because he killed his father.
Yeah, his son has probably that motivation.
Technically, he killed himself, but Spider-Man can't. Well, at least in the movies.
Oh, yeah. But, they never see it like that.
They never see it like that.
But, and then I think Doc Ock might be the same thing. He's driven by madness because of the device that gives him the arms, And then again, please come join me, Like, at the end, that's just a bad guy thing. Like, oh, you Peter? Come on, we fuck with each other. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. If we both do this, the amazingness that could happen, But yeah, man, like they're all the same color. It's all the same thing. Like they both look. There's no difference. Like they're both big. They're both tall. Riot got his axes at least, so I like to see that. But like,
the axes looked cool.
He doesn't really. Yeah, I mean, like T-1000 did more shit.
Where he like pulled out the sword and just cuts in half the whole building.
Where he's like, this guy's got shit you haven't seen before, and he's like, okay, and they go and they're fighting him. And then when he has like a huge axe, it almost hits him, and Eddie Brock's face is like, "Holy shit!" He's like, "I told you." Like it was that made me laugh.
I mean, but like based on let's keep it to that movie, but just based on what the movie is telling us, I'm like, well, he's seen those axes. Why don't you just make an axe? Fuck's the problem?
I didn't understand why he couldn't make axes.
Based on what the movie is telling us, like, why don't you make an axe? Not anything I know prior to comics or whatever bullshit.
Why couldn't he make an axe based on the comics? Like, he can't do that?
I don't know. In reality, it's just probably...
Because he's a loser.
Yeah. But in reality, it's just not his thing.
He didn't get a bachelor's.
I don't know why.
Axe making out of your body.
I don't remember why Riot does axes, but in reality, Venom is just Spider-Man. Anything he has is... He stole it from his time from... not Toby. I was gonna call him Toby because we've been talking so much about, but Peter Parker, because that's why he has the white. That's why he shoots webs. That's why he has strength, or more strength, because he took it all from Spider-Man, because they were so close with each other.
Yeah.
That when Eddie gets it, he's just fake Spider-Man. He's just
like,
Spider-Man.
I know how to do Spider-Man.
Yeah. But that's also why Spider-Man he can sense things, but he can never sense Venom because of their bond with each other.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so he doesn't get to he can just sneak up on him.
Dude, I like how the spider sense was portrayed in that Spider-Man universe shit, where he sees
exclamation points around his head.
And I was like, I thought it was a nice fuck you because the Spider-Man movies, at least Spider-Man Iron Man 4 edition, he doesn't have Spidey sense. And to be fair, in those movies, since his suit is kind of an Iron Man suit, he doesn't really need it. Because the suit is kind of the Spidey sense. But then they give him the Spidey sense in Infinity War. But he sort of has a Spidey sense moment when he's like, don't open that door. Because the symbiote is already aware of what's going on. Even though Eddie doesn't know anyone is coming.
You're saying Venom has Spidey, yeah.
In this movie. There's not really Spidey sense, but he has sense. But then there's other points in the movie where there's drones that just come out of nowhere. And I'm like, did he just forgot to pay attention? Like, if you can know that there's somebody in the hallway, why can't you know in open space where there's no barriers that there's drones coming at you? I was like, what the fuck?
Well, he knew the drone was there eventually.
No, but they're in the car. They're in the car and there's a drone following them. And I'm like, that shit should be way more available to you than closed borders. You know what I mean? Based on what the movie's telling me. That's all I'm saying.
He could feel the movement on
the floor? Is that what it was?
They shoot at him, and he first he flies into those stoners' apartment or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's shooting, and they start shooting at him. He immediately does this thing, kind of even before they're shooting. So it's he's anticipating all the craziness,
the
right?
Spider sense
and people they're about to shoot him, and then he throws dumbbells at him or whatever. So it's kind of It definitely feels like there's
a lot of, and just I feel like I called 90% of this movie with my friend on the phone a few weeks ago, but yeah, the movie is good, man, because most of this movie is Eddie Brock. It's probably only 2 Venom moments, the obviously final fight scene, and then the end, the building scene, right? Those are really all you get of Venom.
Did he ever get
pure Venom, not goop? You know what I mean? Pure Venom.
Did he ever get that company's fucking videos to the press?
He left it on there, but who cares what happens, right? Based on what the movie...
They never showed if he got that shit or not.
Yeah.
I even had that scene there. They never showed. The guy was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Sony's the best.
I guess they talked about it afterwards at the end, where he's like,
"No, at the maybe that's what it." Because someone offered him a job about, "Hey, now that this guy is dead, let's just do a story about him."
Dude, yeah, that was I imagined he didn't get the phone just because like he broke through the window, and then that's when he killed all those people. So there's probably a bunch going on with the police and shit in that building that the guy probably didn't get the phone.
They're like, we're gonna keep this as evidence.
Yeah, just like oh, the dude who murdered everybody like left a note. Like I think we're gonna look into it, man. Yeah, it was an alright movie though. As far as action movies go, I did not mind it.
Yeah, I didn't mind either. It had some cheesy stuff here and there.
As superhero, as me liking that superhero shit, that's just trash. But like,
yeah, it was definitely like missing whatever Marvel specialness is in Marvel shit. I don't know what that is.
There's a feeling, that you get this nostalgia, this like child. I don't know if it's nostalgia or childhood, but it's like this.
It's that hype you get, except like whenever the fight scenes happen, you get like
we gonna stop them. We're gonna do it. You feel it?
Yeah, you get the goosebumps.
I get this crying feeling like fuck, dude.
Yeah. Like when
I do.
Like in the Star Wars movies, when like Yoda came out for the first time in Captain Dooku or whatever his name was, and then he busts out a lightsaber, and you're like, holy shit, Yoda's gonna fight.
Whenever Yoda busts out that lightsaber,
everybody lost their shit when it was like, oh.
I felt that way the first time Ip Man fights in Rogue One.
Which one?
I keep calling him
Ip
Man.
gosh, Rogue One is so good.
Rogue One.
I know some people don't like that shit.
Rogue One is the one before A New Hope that they made.
Dude, when fucking that Darth Vader scene, dude, is fucking crazy. That's the first time Darth Vader or any of them look like badass Jedi. You know what I mean?
Well, but that's because it was the 70s. But yeah, you're not wrong.
No, I know. That but scene is so good. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
that's.
You have to. It's always like he's implied badassness, and then when he does sword fight, it's like okay. But then you see him in that scene in Rogue One where he's just like flipping people and throwing them, and everybody's like, "Oh my fuck!" You know,
that motherfucker. He like lifted people to the sky and then like no looks cuts them like it's some basketball shit.
He was.
There's people in despair,
like shooting at him, and he's just like blocking everything.
There's people in despair,
throwing people,
handing floppy disks,
shit, and then he has one guy in the air, like just there waiting as he walks under him, and he's fucking people up.
Yeah,
and then he just kind of like lets him fall, and then also like chops him in half or some shit. Some like.
Yo, there's people running in despair, shit. Like take this shit, and then he's like stabbing them, opening through the door and shit. Like, yo, what's going on right now? How is this rated not R? Like, this is horrible for children.
I've seen that scene. I was telling Abe we should do like a frame by frame. Like, okay, in this next frame we see, and just like.
But you see, that movie had that shit too, man. Like, I was feeling that shit. Like towards that ending war scene where and I knew they were gonna die. I was like, before any of that movie, because they have to die because they're not in any other movie because that movie's 30 years too late. But I mean, like that shit. You still feel that shit, and you don't get that in this Venom movie. You don't get that in any DC movie. Not even close. No. You don't get that in any X-Men movie.
Dude, the DC movies, I'm like enduring. I'm not like enjoying. I'm like enduring them. I want to be fair. A sermon.
I want to be fair. The Wonder Woman movie is good. I don't know how y'all feel.
I didn't like that one.
I can't deal with that fucking song. I can't.
I like the song, but fuck the song. Like,
is that Hans Zimmer? Is that? Oh Jesus. Dude, Hans Zimmer has to explain himself. I feel like
that's the same song as the fucking G.I. Joe shit or something.
G.I. Joe.
No, you're thinking of you're thinking of the G.I. Joe cartoon.
That's because that's the real fucking G.I. Joe for us Americans.
I agree, but I'm talking about whenever they made those G.I. Joe
I've never seen The Rock and Bruce Willis or any of those people. I'm good.
Those are bad also, but
it's only people like you that drag me to these movies. I just saw my first Need for Speed, the last one, and it was at home. It wasn't in a theater.
Need for Speed is a movie? I thought that was a video game.
Oh, my bad. See, those are the things I keep in my head.
You're talking about
Fast and Furious. I just saw the first one. Yeah, because why would I ever want to see that shit?
Those movies are so ridiculous.
They are. I actually enjoy watching them.
They're beyond ridiculous.
I enjoy watching them. There was Tokyo Drift where the cars are just fucking like drifting everywhere.
Oh, that's cool. But what was really funny is the character that goes there. He's like American bad boy, and then he goes to Japan, and it's like Gaijin.
From Texas.
The only movie without the main people, right?
What's up?
That's the only movie without the main people, right?
Pretty much, I think, yeah.
That's a side story, but some of the people in that story end up coming back to the other main.
Yeah, like the Japanese
dude who you think is dead because they kill him.
Why not? Why not?
You haven't seen Tokyo Drift.
Just keep bringing back everybody. Bring back the girl.
Tokyo Drift, go back 5 movies from wherever we're at in the Fast Furious verse.
Bring everybody back. Why not? Yeah. Just do what we want. Do whatever we want. I mean, shit, Infinity War is going to do it. Bring everybody back, right?
I mean, they have to.
Yeah.
But
you see
the
what I'm
ending
talking
of that
about?
movie seemed to imply they were
this movie is truly whack. It's this movie, I said it before, this movie is Suicide Squad whack because we don't even have much to say. We just keep talking about everything else. There's nothing good, but there's nothing bad either. Yeah. Batman vs Superman, I will do an hour on that right now.
That's right. There's
a
little more to
bad,
talk about. Because it was just like it became Venom and then Venom runs away, right? And he's just like fucking eating things.
But it's not interesting to talk about. Nothing happens.
He's ready to fuck everything up, and then he's just like, "Oh, now that I left your body and went in this puppy and your chick, I feel like I'm good. I'm gonna stay. You're a loser. I'm a loser. We're all losers. Let's be losers together."
Yeah, this is fucking Hollywood bullshit. Like they called it on Friday, but like once I found out this movie was gonna make $80 million, I was super disappointed. I wanted this shit to make like $5, like so, because Sony could just fail.
Dude, it's a movie that has it's been advertised well, and it has action in it. I mean, it's going to make like $100 million.
And I think just Venom has enough of a statement to where people were gonna go see it. Like,
I go with that. You might be right, but I'm not aware of any of the TV or socials or anything how they're promoting it. So like, I just feel like
they had like Amazon Prime now was delivering like get your Venom. I have like a Venom
it's everywhere.
Amazon Prime bag, and I didn't even want it. I was just like, I need a fucking broom, you know what I mean? And I need it like in 2 hours, and I got it delivered, and they had like a Venom bag, and I just like put it away so I could put my recycling in it.
Jeez.
And then when I was like searching the Venom thing, I was like, maybe I could watch it on Amazon instead of having to go to the theater. Like sometimes they'll do that.
Right.
And nah, it was like it said like get your free Venom bag, you know, or chance to get it or something. I think they didn't give it to everybody. And I'm like, so they're doing shit like that. It was everywhere. Like, I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be.
Well, I think it's also like, so you expect so much out of a character like Venom because even like I was saying earlier, even though you may not read comics or follow the comics, you know who Venom is. Yeah. You know who Spider-Man is. But for example, I had no idea who the Guardians of the Galaxy were until they fucking made that movie.
And they still made that shit epic.
And well, I think another reason why that shit is epic, aside from the Marvel, sparkle that we talk about, the juice, the tears.
Yeah, the juice, the juicy tears.
Aside from that, it's just like you don't really have anything to base it off of. I just like went in there and was like, oh, there's like, is that Star Fox? Like, who the fuck?
Wow. I knew who Rocket Raccoon was because of the games, but like that movie, even me, like most of my comic friends didn't know jack shit because that was like a joke.
About Groot
that was a joke. That wasn't a joke, but like unless you're a diehard comic book person, like it's like that was kind of like a laughing stock like group for us. But like they do such the whole Guardians, but they do such a good job. Like unless you were a diehard comic book person, like you probably won't even know about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people
you come across it and be like, a fox in a tree and
but like they did such a good job that they fucking had a fucking dance off as the fight. You know what I mean? Like in the movie's still good.
Yeah, and you and also the characters, man, like. That the purple dude that has no sarcasm or whatever, or doesn't understand. He's like literal.
Oh yeah.
That dude, and then the Star-Lord. He's a really good actor.
Yeah,
like he's a very good comedic actor. And then the other guy, the MMA dude, is a really good comedic actor.
That's Bradley Cooper again.
Bradley Cooper
again. Yeah.
Who?
Right, he's Raccoon.
Oh,
he's Rocket Raccoon. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. It doesn't sound
Bradley
like him
Cooper is a beast. He's doing that. He did the Lady Gaga movie we didn't see today. He directed that shit. He sung in that. Yeah, Bradley Cooper's a beast. And then the fucking Fast and Furious guy is he was Groot in part 1. I don't know if he keeps doing it, but he was Groot in part 1.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
I am Groot. I guess he can't do it because Groot's a teenager and a child, so you need someone else to do the voice.
You could just down pitch it, but I don't know.
Well, then maybe up pitch it.
But yeah, man, we can't even hate on this movie properly because it's so whack.
It's alright. It was okay. I mean, my biggest thing about it was when, you know, he was ready to fuck shit up. He's like Eddie hungry, and you know they're eating, and he fucks things up at the fucking. I mean, he fucked up that whole building, you know, and then and Eddie's like even down with it because the guy's like mask and it's like copy, and everyone puts on the mask, and he's like mask, and then the Venom's like copy, and then they go ape shit and kills everybody, right? And then when the girl comes over, she's like hospital now. The thing gets removed because they're like, this thing is killing you. It's like, what? What happened to that? He's just like cool with that all of a sudden, like, and then so then that thing goes.
You know, that's an interesting
and
point.
And right from that point, it becomes like that being of Venom. It's like, okay, wow, this is a big problem. Yeah. How's it going to get resolved? Oh, the next scene, he just decides he's like likes the planet, and now he's Superman. You know, he's like, I'm going to protect people. It's like that's not what Venom.
That's Sony writing, baby.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. That was bad.
That's quality.
He's a good
Sony
guy
writing.
now, and they're going to write stories together and take all the corporate bad guys.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
and you know what he's going to do? He's going to keep fighting. You know, and I get it. I know this,
and he didn't even.
But he's gonna keep fighting evil Venoms, which is my favorite movie thing of all time. I always make fun of it because as much as I love the Marvel movies, their favorite story to do is the evil version of the hero. So we got Evil Venom, Riot, and now we're gonna get Evil Venom Part 2, Carnage. It's just symbiote, symbiote. This is what I'm saying, like mirror villain. I'm like, that's like the most boring trash.
What is Marvel like?
When it comes to Venom being independent, I mean, yeah, he doesn't have much of a choice but to do that. But I'm just saying, there's more interesting things to do than just mirror versions of characters. And Marvel does that a lot. Iron Man 1, Evil Iron Man. Okay. Iron Man 2, you had fake Omega Red because they Captain don't own America. The rights because Fox does. And then at the end of Iron Man 2, at the end of Iron Man 2, when his Omega Red shit doesn't work, what does he do? Evil Iron Man 2, bigger edition. You know, like I was like, wow, it's fantastic. Ant-Man 1, evil Ant-Man.
Yeah.
You know,
who's evil Ant-Man?
What?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's always
Hulk,
you're right. You're
Abomination. Right, you know what I mean? Like they love
who did Abomination?
Hulk. Edward Norton's Hulk. That one technically counts, I believe.
I actually like the Edward Norton version.
Captain America,
or was it the other guy?
Eric
where
Bana?
Like the more like you pissed him off, the bigger.
That's Eric Bana. So that one doesn't count as MCU, but I like that one better.
That isn't that the point of fucking the Hulk? Like that,
the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. I feel like the Hulk is tamer in these movies so that he can be confined as an asset character instead of like...
he's also like comic relief.
Yeah,
he's
that's
just like a dumb kid.
But I mean, that's something that may change very soon because we didn't see much of the Hulk in the last Avengers movie. Like, I mean, he's there, but he's not there.
But he's definitely not raging out.
Yeah. I don't like how... All right, so if we go to Infinity War, I don't really like what they used as him because... They said somebody made this clear, somebody from the movie, but like the movie to me makes him seem like he's a bitch and afraid of Thanos. But someone said something, like someone, either the actor who plays him or one of the directors said that it had something to do with like he just didn't want to like listen to him or some bullshit. And I'm like, there's not one thing in that movie that made me think of that. I'm
maybe
like, he got bopped by a purple guy and he just said, fuck this shit. Like, I ain't down for this shit.
Yeah.
My man ain't never taken L his life. He took one L. He's that guy. You know, like, that you win. You lose your first L and you're like...
Did he take an L with Thor? I mean...
You got a couple L's.
Yes, he took an L from, like, the reality of, like, who was winning. But technically, he won because at the end of the day, he's just punching him. So, and he really did, like, win. So... But I know what you mean, but like morally, he saw himself punch the shit out of Thor at the end.
I see it mentally.
Yeah. So in his mind,
I was really surprised that they had Thanos beat the shit out of Hulk because I was like, dude, that's not.
I think that was fine. I think that was fine, but I just would have liked to seen him use more gen. Granted, he has the power gem on him already, but I would have liked to have seen it used because this is what I'm saying. Like my man. I'm watching that fight and I'm like, yo, he's going on military, like, what's it called? Close quarters combat on him.
No, it was straight.
Yo, like, he like punches him and he's like, this motherfucker. Like, he just goes like UFC
Krav Maga and shit, yeah.
Like,
it was like two big dudes doing Krav Maga.
He's like tactical on him and I'm like, what's going on right now, dude?
No, it was a QCQ for fucking Metal Gear.
Yeah, exactly. It's like close quarters combat. I was like, what? Like that's all they had to do for the Hulk. They just needed a big enough dude. It's just like, And after that, he just like, I'm done. I don't even want to come out no more. Like who knew? Like they made him like that in the army. I was like
but you know, like the Hulk in the first Avengers wasn't really talking. I mean, he says puny god. But he was just screaming and being crazy.
Because he's an asset character. Like,
what do you mean asset?
Like he only gets to he doesn't get his own movies anymore. You know, for contract reasons, I don't feel like going into. He's only gets to be popping up in people's shit. You know, and because he's always popping up, they just kind of advance his story like this. You know what I mean? Like. He talks, you know, like this, like just don't act, right?
Yeah, we're not gonna get a movie to explain any of it. Yeah,
just like here he is again 5 years later. Here he is again 5. You know, like
he's different planet,
different planet, different universe. It's been a few years. Don't worry about it.
That's another one. That's another one. The Hulk movies, the animes, where like they show him on the planet because he's in that. How he becomes the Arena Hulk or whatever. Yeah. That you've seen that movie.
I knew they weren't gonna do any type of Planet Hulk like that because it's not even his movie. It's Thor's movie.
But that's what the anime is called, Planet Hulk, right?
That one was
pretty
story
good. I didn't mind that. That was really good actually. I've watched it like more than once.
They and then you get I forgot what you get after that, but then after Hulk's done and he comes back to Earth, then he's another like. World War. That might be it. World War Hulk, because he's just he's angry at all of them because the Illuminati sent him the same. Pretty much the movie implies like Iron Man did it, but like all like the little masters like Professor X and all of them Avengers people were like, this guy's a fucking lunatic. We gotta get him out of here. But he comes back and he's like, you motherfucker sent me away.
Speaking of that, there's you remember the What If comics?
Oh, yeah.
There's this one What If. I used to love those. And there's like, what if Professor X became the Juggernaut? Because it's his brother that's the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
And what if he had found the crystals or whatever? And it becomes like crazy dystopian like real quick. Because he's like super brilliant. And he's also like nobody can stop him.
That's what pisses me off about Deadpool too. Because they're both in jail. And they both have no powers. And I'm like, last time I checked, Juggernaut wasn't a mutant. So why is he in jail? Why is he here? Like, just there, like waiting.
Just take the crystals away from him and shit.
No, he doesn't even need the crystal. He usually throws it away so people don't fuck with the crystal, so that he has the power forever. Because it's like if you activate it or whatever, then he loses it and you get it. So usually he just hides that shit, and now he's just Juggernaut. But I'm like, why does he have no power? Like, he's not a mutant. He should be fucking everybody up. He would have left. Yeah. He would have just not been here. He just would be like, you can actually have these mutants. I don't even like them. I'm going now. I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And same thing for Deadpool. Like, I don't know how much he is or isn't a mutant, but he's also a Weapon X experiment. So I'm like, why is he losing his powers like that? Like, he's not a normal. She's not normal like that. He was
he became something.
Yeah. So I'm like, why is he losing his powers? Like, he's a thing, you know? Not, but whatever.
Is that a Sony movie or is that?
That was Fox. That's Fox. I mean, like, and I think at this point, like, the only like fake, if you want to say fake movies I like, are the ones that go out of the box. Like Deadpool 1, it went so far out of the box that is good. Logan, I have my problems with it, but it goes so far out of the box, it's good, you know?
Yeah.
But
Logan was crazy.
Have you checked out the podcast Wolverine?
The podcast?
Marvel put out a podcast. It's a story podcast. Yeah, it's not bad.
You mean like an audiobook or something?
Yeah. It's like Wolverine, the something, I don't know what. But it's like, it's in Alaska, and like, there are two agents that are like investigating these murders, and Logan's coming up, and the townspeople are kind of like, that dude's weird. One time he cut off some dude's head or what, all this kind of shit. You know, so I don't know. You can, it's like on a Spotify Premium or whatever, but you can like binge it. But
is it really?
I'm like not gonna.
What do you type?
So what?
What do you type? Just Wolverine podcast or something?
Just put in Wolverine podcast. It'll come up. Yeah, and it is apparently from the Marvel, like from Marvel. I don't know, like the whatever the company is.
Yeah.
So The writing's not too bad. It just kind of sucks to like hear 1 30-minute, you know what I mean, and then like fucking wait a week for the I
episodic nature, dude. That's the way it is.
I'd rather just binge it, you know.
Yeah, I don't like episode stuff anymore. Like I kind of like complete things. That's why I don't even want to go down to Netflix live action bullshit. But pretty much all live action things, I feel like what they all suffer from is they're more obsessed with the person. So I'm gonna just use Batman. They're more obsessed with Bruce Wayne than they ever give Batman time. You know, they're more obsessed with Peter Parker than they ever obsessed with Spider-Man. And when you watch,
who is?
No, just in general, all live action movies.
Oh, live action.
Just general. So I'm just
because it's easier to be like, hey, I'm an actor. And
the DC animated films will give you Batman. They'll give you Superman. They'll give you Green Lantern, whatever, the real shit. And then you go watch these movies, and it's like, wow, Ryan Reynolds is in this movie a lot. You know, I was like, why? Why is Ryan Reynolds? You know, like
shit about Ryan Reynolds,
you know,
not as the Green.
Like I want to see like some real shit. You know, like Death of Superman, they did this. They did it this year. DC animated that shit. You get those cry, chills, feels, whatever the fuck feeling.
Wait,
that shit's so good.
The one where
it's the classic Doomsday story where he kills him and the 4 Supermen return at the end. But like it was, and I knew he was gonna die. It's called Death of Superman, but I'm like watching that shit. I was like, shit is so well done.
Death of Superman.
They did Doomsday twice as an animated story, but I think once Batman vs Superman came out, they're like, yo, these people crazy. We gotta rectify this shit because these people are tripping in the movie department. We need to right this shit wrong, you know. But that's a really good one.
No, the one where Superman dies, that's anime. I forget. Like Lex Luthor does something to him, and he dies slowly, like he gets cancer or something, like Superman cancer or some shit.
Which Superman show?
I don't know. It's an anime, and like Lex Luthor.
I'm talking about a movie. So like, is it a series or is it a movie?
I'm trying to talk about something not related to what you're talking about.
I know, so I'm asking like, but is this thing a series?
Anime. I don't know what else to say about it.
Because it might be an animated series, or is it just a one-off?
It's a movie.
Okay.
So, and Lex Luthor at the end gets Superman's power somehow. And he freaks out because he starts seeing, like, because he's got supervision and hearing and shit. Yeah. He starts seeing how everything's connected, and he's like looking at everything. He's like, "Is this how you see everything all the time?" He's like, "No wonder you're a good person because like you see that everybody's connected and the connections between like all matter and stuff." And so he's like, he then feels bad that he's essentially killed Superman.
No, he has the burden.
And Superman like takes Lois Lane like to Superman's space fucking man cave or whatever.
The ice cave.
The man cave.
He's got like a man cave.
All that shit, and that's what you call it.
With like a robot butler.
Yeah. The North Pole. The man cave.
Yeah,
the North Man Cave.
Yeah, but it's like in space or some shit. I thought.
I think it's in a different.
It's in the North Pole, but it's like around. It's one of the poles. It's in Iceland.
Yeah, Iceland.
That's in Iceland.
But he's got like a robot butler and all this and all these things from different universes that he's kept in there and shit.
Man cave.
Yeah, and so.
I mean, that's when you think about it, that's what it is.
Yeah, well, he takes love.
I mean, it's because he's the only guy who lives there.
I
love
you and I'm dying.
He's
or
like,
something.
"This is my honeymoon, sweet baby." Let's
go. So what Lex Luthor ends up doing is like
it's cold, but I'm gonna make
cloning a new Superman. He clones another Superman.
Yeah,
and to give it back to the world or something, and then he goes to jail. I don't know. It's an interesting. That's the only Death of Superman anime I've seen.
I feel like.
Animated movie.
You say that, and you say the whole Lex understanding Superman. I feel like the movies I said earlier in the first one we did today, the movies do a bad job of portraying like the Batmanness in any of them.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they do the same thing with Lex Luthor. You never get, because some of these villains are villains like because they just don't like that dude, not necessarily because like I think Venom's one of those people like. I'm not saying Venom's good, but Venom's like really bad. He's like bad to Spider-Man. He's not necessarily always like, let's fuck this city up. Like, no, he's trying to fuck Spider-Man up. Those things when we got there made it clear when they were showing like Venom's like whole way too detailed history.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like, yeah, dude, Eddie got fired. the suit got fired. Fuck this guy. Let's fuck this guy together. Like just kill him. But like Lex Luthor's another one. Lex Luthor.
What are you
at
saying?
the core,
you're saying the suit got fired? You mean like because
Spidey didn't want him? That's what I mean. He didn't really give it.
Like,
it wasn't a job.
I caught that like 3 sentences later. And I was like, that was really clever.
But like Lex Luthor, at his core, I'm not saying he's a good guy, but at his core, he's trying to be a good guy. And the problem is he's so obsessed with being Elon Musk, right? Before Elon Musk was a thing, but he's so obsessed.
That's who Elon Musk is now.
Yeah, he's Lex Luthor, but he's so obsessed with being like the best, I guess, whatever you would call that. Like, let's just call him a hero. But he wants to be the hero. So when Superman comes and he's the hero, yes, and he cock blocks him, now he's bad. And he ends up going crazier and crazier because he just wants that dude out the way so that he's recognized as the true hero that he should be in his eyes, So, and that's why but the things never really show it like that. The movies make it seem like, yeah, fuck this city, or like I'm gonna be a god,
They're just evil people.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah.
So you never get that real spirit. Like, okay, there's some depth to this human. It's just like,
yeah, dude. The
Facebook guy is there for some reason.
Lex Luthor was like,
you talking about Zuckerberg?
Yeah. The Facebook guy is there for some reason.
Yeah. Facebook Lex Luthor was.
For some reason, he's
up there with like Cholo Joker. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like character, and now Carnage, right, Cholo Joker, and the last Lex Luthor. They're all.
Do you think Cholo Joker could be in Amigos video? Because I feel like he's borderline.
Dude, like there's that scene. I don't know what it's in, if it's in Suicide Squad or whatever, but there's a scene with Cholo Joker and he's in a strip club. Yeah. I guess it's Suicide Squad. Yeah. Harley Quinn is like dancing, and one of the guys is like, "Yeah, you're a lucky dude," or something like that.
That's common, dude. That's common.
Oh, common, yeah, okay. Yeah, and then Cholo Joker just looks at him, and he has this, like, he just looks all...
Dude, he tries to get Common to fuck Harley.
He just looks like they're doing this whole, like, Cholo, like, actually doing the fucking gang member style of, like, Latinos in California. You know what I mean? Like, it's like East L.A., Joker style, and I'm just like, this is whack, dude. Like, not because I'm like, it's just I felt like gross. I was like, dude.
Well, the new Joker is literally filming train scenes. I saw it today.
Like,
in the
you
Bronx.
Can't do that to that guy.
So maybe we'll get that name? Joker instead.
What is the Joker dude's name? I forget his name. The guy that had the band. Like,
the actor's name.
Yeah.
Which Joker? Cholo Joker?
Cholo Joker.
He was in a band.
Is he in 30 Seconds to Mars?
Yeah. He was also in what's that movie with Brad Pitt beat his face in?
He's in Blade Runner 2. He's in Blade Runner 2.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
He was in Fight Club.
Keep talking. I'll just look him up real quick.
And also the movie that just came out that was fucking
Blade Runner 2.
Blade Runner, yeah.
But keep talking. I'll just pull him up.
His fucking voice in Blade Runner was cool. He has this weird.
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Yeah. You can't do that to Jared Leto. You know what I mean? The whole fucking you can't Cholo Joker fire him. Like, that's just wrong.
It's the third one. Scroll up.
Jared Leto.
But yeah, now he's in the Bronx.
Like, he had sleeves and shit. Like, it was like, Joker, why do you have tattoos?
He's in the...
also the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, I'm expecting to be horrible. I don't know.
I do too. Here, look.
Like that smear thing.
Dude, I just don't even know how you can top Heath Ledger Joker.
Yeah, how the fucker... That's not...
He's in the Bronx. That's him in the Bronx. He's on the D-line.
Is that Phoenix?
Yeah, it's him on the D-line today or yesterday.
Why?
Whatever. I guess that's where they're filming. No, he's not. They're filming him in the Bronx. I don't know if he's really in the Bronx in the movie.
Oh.
But they're filming him on
I feel like if there's anyone who I would be willing to give
Joaquin Phoenix
an opportunity of like, all right, like I'm not gonna say anything till I see it.
Yeah, because also he's Heath Ledger. If I'm being honest, because Heath Ledger was a pretty boy, so it was like he was known for that. So like when I heard Heath Ledger was gonna be Joker, it was kind of like what, and then it was fucking amazing.
It was incredible. It was like so disturbing. It was like no wonder.
I never cared.
Everything about him, his accent, the way it kept changing, the scars,
the way he was like the way he was breathing. He'd be like,
and like he'd lick his lips and just get
I think my favorite scene was when he was just like, I'm gonna show you a trick, and he puts like the pencil on the fucking table, and he's just takes the dude's head and slams it on the table. He's like, it's gone.
Yeah. Like, holy shit. Abracadabra,
motherfuckers.
Yeah, no, that was a great one.
Or when he has all that money and he just burns it, and everybody's like, "What are you doing?" And he's just like, "I don't know."
I don't need this
Alfred's
shit.
like, Master Bruce, Master Wayne, some men just want to see the world burn or whatever. Like,
I think
he was the scariest Joker.
We'll probably
he had no motivation. You can't buy him off. You can't. Yeah. He just wants to kill and destroy.
That's
that was a great interpretation.
Yeah, no, exactly. But then you get Cholo Joker who wants to fucking sell crack to little Latino kids. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what Cholo Joker wants to do. He's in a fucking Lamborghini, that metallic Lamborghini with LEDs on the like.
Can we just start calling him
Cholo Joker?
The Choker?
Yeah.
Choke. Yeah. No. Choker is another word, so it has to be like Jolo.
So like
the Joler.
The Joaquin Phoenix one though, like
Joaquin.
Yeah, that
sounds like that's his name. Like a character from Mortal Kombat. Like Joaquin.
Yeah.
The Joklo.
But like this dude. Or like my problem is less with him. I don't really care about the actors as much as like this is a Joker story. It's a one-off story, and they're claiming this is gonna be some origin shit. The surprising amount of the pictures have more Joker than I ever thought for something that's supposed to be an origin story.
Well, I've actually heard that from different podcasts that are talking about it briefly. That it's not supposed to be canon, it's not supposed to be origin. They're just like kind of taking a character and just being like
doing stuff with it.
Yeah, but it's not going to be
but
like.
Isn't that what Hollywood always did until Marvel's proved that you can do the right thing? Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm saying. It's like we're just going back in there. We're going. The other companies are just they're like, all right, well, if
they don't want to do the only thing that works.
Yeah, it's just, so I'm like, dude, it's 2018.
We don't want to be like Marvel. It's like why Marvel's killed the game.
Yeah, like if the stuff is right there, like why are you just doing dumb shit? Like I don't understand. So like the same way Venom don't need a movie, why does Joker need a movie where there's no Batman?
That's true. Yeah,
I understand that. I could understand.
Like, like this is what I'm saying. Like, yo, whoever want to like, yo, I don't really want to see the Chicago Bulls.
If they show him killing, this is gonna piss me off. If they show in that movie him killing Bruce Wayne's parents,
that may or may happen. That may or may have just to tie stuff in. But that's what I'm saying. Like, there are different, stories and interpretation. You always have the Killing Joke where it kind of tells a Joker origin story, but those are again one-off stories. Like in the kind of canon straight line stuff, Joker never has a story. He just kind of is.
Yeah, because Joker, I don't know, dude. I've never thought of Joker like the best Joker I've ever seen, movie, anime, anything is Heath Ledger's Joker, right? His interpretation of just this fucking crazy weirdo. That's like super smart.
Luke Skywalker Joker is pretty good too, though.
Luke Skywalker Joker.
He's the animated series one.
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right.
Because you said animated. Well, I'm like, well, if we're counting that, then I'm like.
I was so confused.
Mark Hamill.
Like, Luke Skywalker, fucking.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, but
that Joker's really good.
I just like the idea of Heath Ledger's Joker just being like this really, really, really intelligent, just like lost his mind, crazy person.
It just
but he's also,
is.
But it's like he has it. It's almost like you're afraid of him for two reasons. One reason is because he's fucking dangerous, but also because he's just a person that lost his shit, and it's like that thing, like eating the apple. You know what I mean? It's like that allegory. You eat, like he has the knowledge, and he's elevated, so that's why he's all crazy and shit. And Batman's trying to keep it together, and he's like, dude, you don't even know these people see us as the same. And he's like, someday you're gonna come to where I'm at because I've already ascended to the land of the crazy, where you're eventually gonna get to. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, like I don't know, it's just so
Joker's
that time. Batman is I'm sorry, that Chris Nolan Batman.
No.
Look, who directs it?
Nolan. Yeah. I call that's the Nolan verse.
Yeah, the one with Joker is just like that movie is so layered with philosophy. It's ridiculous.
No, movie's all-time classic. Like I love to shit on the Nolan verse for various reasons, but movie 2 and 3 are great. Like and then 1's good too, I guess.
Yeah, Batman Begins was a little bit. Who does he? Does he fight Ra's al Ghul or whatever?
If you want to call it.
Oh no, he fights the fucking the collector or whatever the fuck.
He is Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul and Scarecrow, but
Scarecrow, yeah.
Oh, that was horrible.
In reality, it's really
Scarecrow's a big old pussy.
It's really
that guy, Liam Neeson? What's the Finder? What's that dude's name? We were talking about
Taken, the Finder.
Yeah, the
Finder.
Taken.
The Finder. I want to see that movie. The Locator.
Oh, so he's not.
Those should all be Liam Neeson movies, by the way. Like the Finder.
The Locator.
He finds people who are missed. They could totally do that, and he just still do the same thing.
Like whenever he would like get on, I don't know, Kelly Ripa or some shit, Regis and Kelly or whatever to promote Taken 1 or 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
They'd ask him questions like, so what do you do? And like, he's a CIA agent. You know what I mean? And he'd be like, I don't know. This is what you want to do first. It's like, Liam Neeson doesn't know shit. Like ask his stunt coach or whatever the fuck. Like his choreography coach.
The Nolanverse movies, like they're great. And they're the last good, let's say wrong, like not like crazy over comic-y things that were good. But like my problem with them, even though it really only matters for movie 1, because movie 2 and 3 still did a good job of working it.
He did Batman Begins.
He does all of them. But Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, or whatever. No, they're all Nolan.
But he
movies.
Doesn't do Justice League and anything like that.
No.
No.
That's why they suck, I guess.
Yes.
Well, those are Zack Snyder stuff, yeah. But the Nolanverse is obsessed with ultra realism, and I'm like,
what's ultra realism?
It's just real. It's just so like the idea of having these characters be real, and I'm like, well, why am I watching a superhero movie where no one has powers?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter as much for movie 2 and 3 because they picked bad guys that kind of work with that.
Yeah, Joker,
Bane, Catwoman. There's one more.
Catwoman was in.
She's in Rises. She's forgettable because she's really Anne Hathaway, and they love not using anybody's name, right? They never call.
That's right.
Bane is Bane because that's a name. But I mean, I don't know if Joker's even ever called Joker. He might just be called, whatever. But the other one, Catwoman's never called Catwoman. She's just this girl who's being a thief. Yeah.
You just know.
Two-Face is never called Two-Face. He's just Harvey all the time, But like they're all like fine. They're all kind of real, whether it's comic or not. But Batman Begins fucks it up horribly because you got Ra's al Ghul, this immortal man who
he's immortal.
In the comics and lore, he's immortal because that's what the pool and all that bullshit is. But in here, it's like Ra's al Ghul lives forever because it's just a title, it's a thing, we
keep passing it down.
And I'm like, the fuck, you just some dude then? Like you're just like a terrorist. This sucks.
Exactly.
That's what he was.
You're the fucking Pope.
Yeah,
damn. Hand it down. You're gonna die. Someone else will be the Pope.
And because Scarecrow has no powers, what does he do? Pixie dust. Just throw shit. And I'm like, well, fuck? Really? That's it? Just this?
Yeah, that pixie dust seemed to fuck his shit up.
It works, but it's like, well, now you just said it. You just said he's a pussy. I'm like, I don't want to see that. I want to see this motherfucker like do some shit.
Puts a potato sack over his head and
but I'm like, that shit's. I want to see the Scarecrow with powers and shit. I want to see.
Does the Scarecrow have powers in the comic book?
Thing is going to be in different interpretations. It just depends which one. But I prefer that one.
No, but in the comic book, does he have powers?
It will be different because
I don't understand what you're telling me right now.
Because depending on who's writing it, depending on what year we are, depending on what story they want to tell.
So has the Scarecrow ever had powers?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It just depends on which one.
Powers that Scarecrow has had?
Verse
all that stuff you saw once he threw pixie dust, it just would have been real. That's it.
It would have been real.
Like, so he might really be like a monster-y Scarecrow, like making dumb shit happen, Instead of it just being in your imagination.
Oh, so he could be like, oh yeah, look.
He would have been really riding that horse on fire instead of like you're just imagining him but he's really on a horse. That's it,
Well, in the movie, he was really on a horse.
Just but it wasn't on fire, and he just saw that shit. Yeah, he just saw that shit.
Medusa hair.
So I think like Batman Begins kind of destroys their villains, but like you said, Joker's fine. Bane, even though he doesn't have the Venom, he's still intelligent and he's still strong. So that still kind of is Bane at the core. However, for some reason, he's British and he's not Spanish no more. We lost one.
That wasn't Tom Hardy, right?
Yeah, it is Tom Hardy, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why is he British? Why did we lose one? Now, I love that voice, so I'll forgive them, but we lost one.
Well, I saw in the anime he was even like Spanish or some shit.
I feel like the anime makes me think he's Mexican, but every now and then I'm corrected. He's really like South American.
Yeah, he's like he's Spanish, Portugal, or
some bullshit like that.
Yeah, but I think it's probably just because of the mask, the way it's drawn. The writers were like
Lucha Libre shit. Yeah.
We'll give him a Spanish accent. What the fuck?
But they get
soy. Soy Bane.
Yeah.
That would have been fantastic.
Yeah. Him and Cholo Joker.
He's actually doing it because he's tired.
In some of the movies,
I'm just trying to get my fucking green card over
some
here.
of the animated movies.
Damn. Cholo Joker.
He takes the whole government down.
Right.
In some of the animated movies, he actually just starts talking Spanish like it's just a thing. Yeah.
He has an accent. Where are you from?
Yeah, but then in the movie, in the we got Tom Hardy, which again, I love this crazy omnipresent voice, but I mean, it's still pretty like, who thought of this? It's like really, it's almost like a joke of it. So like, he just starts just walking like this gangster and shit.
Because in Batman and Robin, he doesn't even talk. He's just like,
see, that's just
like
trash.
A pet. He's like a
that
pet.
was trash because
he's like Venom's pet.
They made him
Not
like
Venom.
a dumb
Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Yeah. See, that's trash because Bane.
He is really smart.
Yeah, so it's just like they just made him a brute, and it's just like what like what happened? That's not true at all. But those stories are still true. I just think it was trash at the end. They kind of like as a M. Night Shyamalan like spin or whatever plot twist.
Oh,
they give his entire story to the girl, and I'm like, wait, if you got him right, why are you gonna like ruin it at the end and just give it to the girl? Like, no, she was the child. I was like, no.
I like how you're called it an M. Night Shyamalan.
Because that's what it is. It was just like, but for no reason.
It's like,
even.
oh my god, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Like Bane realizes he's dead. He's like, what?
Like that movie, like
Batman can see dead people and shit.
Like Bane, it's funny because Bane, that's the first time he sees the fire when Batman's coming back from his like unlocated like pit, like in like Afghanistan, even though they're in like New York.
Yeah. Why did it?
And he gets back like immediately. But like when he sees that fire, Bane goes from being like supremely confident the entire movie to like now he feels fear like for no reason. Like I just didn't like that because he's just like doesn't care the whole movie. Like I'm gonna win because that's what I do. Like why would anything else happen? Yeah. But there he's like you can see like fear, and I'm like why? He just painted fire. Like what the fucking do? He's Banksy, Banksy. Like he just bombed the bridge. Good for him, like. But I don't know. But overall, no, those are great movies, like the Nolan ones. Nolan is one of my favorite directors ever. I love all his shit.
What else did he do that's pretty dope?
The Prestige, right?
He just did that one where
the war movie.
The war movie they're trying to get off.
The war movie was interesting because to me, I think that was the first.
Dunkirk.
That's the first movie he does without his.
That soundtrack is dope.
That's the first movie. Yeah, Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
Who you just shitted on.
That movie had
when he tries. When he's trying.
But that's the first movie he does without brother Nolan. His brother Nolan, because usually they both write the movies together, but Chris directs it. But
I'd be pissed off too. I'd be like, yo, like the fuck? How come everything's a Christopher Nolan? Like, bitch, we've been doing this together.
But they both write it, but they just direct it. But at that time too, there was a law in like the Guild of Directors and it still might be in place today. Only one director can be named unless you're like established as the Wachowski brothers or now sisters, or usually like the name needs to be it cannot be like Steve, Bob, Joe, and Mark directed this thing. It needs to be like just one thing, one title, one entity. But
that's weird. I wonder like what
it's in the Directors Guild of direct. You gotta look that shit up.
Directors Guild of Directors,
just like the Screen Actors Guild. You gotta look that shit up.
Yeah,
that's the first one he does without brother Nolan, and brother Nolan to me is like this sci-fi master, and you can see it because he goes on to do. I never saw Person of Interest. He does that, but then he goes on really to do Westworld.
Person of Interest. That's with the
girl
Will Smith, or
no. That's a TV show. It's a TV show. It's like it's a white woman, and you're like, what? I'm like, whoa, that doesn't even look like.
No, I'm thinking about that one where it's like Enemy of the State. Or something.
Yeah. So he does Person of Interest, but then which I never saw. So
Enemy of the State is Will Smith.
But he does Westworld, and that's you can see the sci-fi-isms, and you can see like, oh yeah, that's the guy.
Westworld fucks me up a little bit. I just could not deal with all the fucking like.
I think Westworld 1,
crazy shit.
Westworld 1 is great. I think Westworld 2 is pretty hard until the end because some things don't need to keep going on forever, and that's the problem with TV shows. They want to keep going on forever.
So they leave all these plot holes that they can fill in with other seasons.
You just end up making shit because you need 10 more episodes, and that's what Westworld 2 is. There's all this, like Westworld 1 is like they create all this stuff, and you can ride with it because it's all you're starting from zero. But then it kind of resolves itself. But now you got season 2, and it's like, well, this is all resolved. What are we gonna do? Let's create more stuff. So you know all those questions you never had? Here they are, the answers to them. And I'm like, but I don't care about the owner.
Now you're
I don't
fucking
care
up the
about
plot,
that guy. And I don't care about this person or that person. And then finally at the end, like, yeah, I don't mind what happens at the end. Let's find out. And I'm like, so I just watched 6 hours of Steve, Bob, and Joe. And I'm like, I don't even know you. Who the fuck are you? You know, like,
I couldn't deal with it, man. Even the first one, I was kind of like, okay.
The first one's great, dude, because I love Anthony Hopkins and I love the other white guy. The other white, I'll look him up. The other white guy who's the Man in Black, that dude is a real good. They're both real good actors.
Look at Tommy Jones.
I'll look it up. But
he was also great in that movie Volcano, classic 90s.
Yeah, but Anthony Hopkins.
Volcano is the one where LA like erupts into like fucking molten lava.
Oh my lord, that's not so like that.
The 90s, man.
Yeah, dude, the 90s were all about like natural disasters, meteors,
Armageddon, Deep Impact.
Yeah, meteors, earthquakes, the core, the sun's going supernova, all kinds of shit.
The suns. There's no Westworld one's great, but that's the last time, especially Anthony Hopkins being so old, that we'll ever really see him like in something that great. Ed Harris is the other one.
Ed Harris.
I'll show you a picture of him. But
is he the one that did Married with Children?
No.
Oh yeah, this dude. Yeah, that dude's the shit.
Yeah.
RoboCop. No,
yeah.
He looks like
RoboCop.
The dude who played RoboCop, the real one, like in part 1, he's the voice of Batman in that Green Arrow cartoon you were bringing up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, Venom was so good. We ended up talking about everything else. So this is what I'm saying. It wasn't bad enough to shit on properly.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, which means it's
There's
just forgettable.
Something was wrong with the CGI of Venom. Like,
it was trash, and then which is why I said
it was just like too shiny. It was like this
trash.
like it doesn't belong.
That's why
it was digital. It didn't blend.
It's trash, which is why everything is in the night, because it's trash. They don't know what they're doing.
But you're right. There's like a sparkle to it that just made it seem like
it was too plasticky looking. The surface wasn't right.
Anybody doing scenes at night means
I could tell they wanted it to be like shiny because he's supposed to be slimy, but it didn't. They fucked up on that.
Anything else to say?
I think that's pretty much it because it's midnight.
You want to go to sleep?
Oh, right, yeah.
Why, man?
I got my bedtime, but
wait till we wrap, man. Like
new Venom. What conclusions?
Final words on
conclusions
Venom.
do we have? Venom sounds like a hungry fat Albert.
I do like the voice, by the way. I just don't like that Riot is the same thing as.
So I didn't like the first whenever he first popped up, but then I got used to it.
Yeah,
but whenever he first started talking, I was like, "Who the hell am I listening to right now? Like, what the fuck is this?"
It was done like a movie. That just seems like movie.
It was
shit.
entertaining. There was explosions. You know, there's like gunshots. There's some funny parts here and there. For the most part, like the storyline was pretty terrible. He just went from bad to good just cause.
I think if it was like a 4-hour movie and they kind of actually seriously
4 hours.
4 hours movie.
Like you could just scrap it and do a good movie, but okay, let's do 2 more hours.
Hold on. A 4-hour
Lord of the
movie
Rings like type
where you go and like you actually show him fuck some shit up and then slowly resolve it to where he's got that balance
let's keep it at like 3 hours so it like feels like the Avengers where it's like, all right, fill this whole story.
You realize Infinity War is super epic and that thing's only 2.5 hours and you're like, you want a 4-hour Venom movie?
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying that they needed like 4 hours. I'm not saying like you should make a 4 hour. I'm just saying like the story, the climax was like already 3/4 into the thing, and then they had to resolve it in like this tiny within 20 minutes they had to resolve this thing.
It sounds like maybe you shouldn't tell that story. Maybe you just tell a different one, do a different movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. At the end of the
day,
day,
Tom Hardy sounded weird. Like,
in the beginning, yes, because sometimes it's hard to maintain that throughout shooting. Yeah, he had that weird voice, and then so did the girl in the beginning. I feel like she doesn't do it the whole movie. But that girl had like she was trying to do the blondie. She was trying to do Michelle Williams. That's her name.
Oh, is she British as well?
No, but she was trying to do this voice with him too. I guess to match like they're both from the same area or something. I don't know. That's how Americans sound like, I guess.
What about you? What's your final thought?
See this shit, man. Fuck this movie, dude.
And he gave it a 7 out of 10. I gave it a 6.5. Rob gave it a 6.
I give it a 7 as a normal movie. As a superhero movie, that shit is trash, bro.
0?
Yeah, that shit is trash.
I feel like you got to at least do a 1. Like if you showed up to the movie and you invested money in it.
Yeah. Bring my people bring my people home, dude. Venom needs to go back to the MCU, dude.
With you, it's like a 1 to 10. I feel like there's no in
That's
between.
it. Yeah, there isn't. Man is like good or
it's
bad.
Like binary, 1 or 0.
Yeah, baby. Computers for life, yo. Let's do this. You know?
Computers for life.
All right. There's a reason why I wear glasses now, you know?
All right, well, let's wrap it up then.
So the conclusion is computers for life and don't go see Venom.
There you go.
Don't pay for Venom.
Yeah, fuck Venom.
Yeah.
Fuck Sony, too.
And get 2 milkshakes when you go see that movie.
There you go. Espresso shake, strawberry milkshake, loaded fries, carnivore pizza.
Where are we going to have a milkshake? I'm kind of like wanting to
oh, you want one?
Before I go.
Amy's is closed. The only good one is 24 Diner.
That's the expensive ass place you talked about, right?
Yeah, but if you get a milkshake, you won't be poor. If you get like food with the milkshake,
it'll be a small fee of $10.
Can I get one to go? Or
yeah.
No?
Yeah.
All right. There you go. All right, we'll do that.
Milkshakes.
All right, then. Bake that chicken.
All right.
Smoke that turkey. Boosh.
Boosh.
ALR on the beat. Tommy Wong on the track. Matt Lee on the brass. Look, I've been broke. I've been rich. Then had a hoe. Then had a bitch. Yeah, they still wanna talk about how they just flipped it. They still wanna talk about how they got biscuits. They still wanna talk about how they make the digits. But to me, I'm a giant looking at a bunch of midgets. Yeah, beat me up, Scotty. Mr. Tommy Wong looking for a new hottie. Wanna ride shotty while she gone off the molly. And best believe she just trying to kick it like a holly. Tommy Wong, I'm Kennedy, killing them every minute. They still wanna talk and finish it. I don't care what they heard, cause you know their soul is diminishing. When I come around, I start spitting it straight replenishing. Anything I'm doing, you know they feeling the differences. What I be doing, killing this microphone every instance. T.O. double, man, they run in trouble. I told you before, I'll bring the bass, I'ma bring the trouble.
Now what y'all motherfuckers know about doing this shit? What y'all motherfuckers know about late nights and fucking getting high as a motherfucker doing music and shit? Missing shit. Fuck you.
If you gonna ball the high, you got the blunt. If you gonna pop the fly, you got to stunt. If you're gonna ask me why, you know what's up. If you're trying to pacify, you're nothing, Everybody feel chumped up, and everybody say they get crunked up. Now motherfuckers talk about the decibels, but I don't hear them when they get loud, bruh. Now let me go. All for the top I roll. It's Mr. Wong. I represented 254 to 210 to the world below. They just know that's how I get down, how I must go. Off the top of topic, wanna hate the fact that I ain't from the projects or maybe your project, but you still just trying to get on my project, and I be looking like stop it, Gon' beat me up, Scotty. Mr. Tommy Wong looking for a new hottie. Ride shot it when she gone off the molly. Wanna kick it like a holly. Do the dirty deeds, yeah, that's a problem.